Yeah, I'm not gonna say it, but I'm gonna say it.
Hi, everybody. Welcome in.
I didn't know we were live.
You know, watch that magic finger hand. That's why.
I was trying to pay attention.
Magic finger in.
Sorry.
Thank God you had that coffin fit then, huh? Because I don't know what you were about to say, but I think it was dirty.
So, welcome in, everybody. Hey, Morel 3D Prints. We have Das 949, and that might be it so far. So hi at all, and welcome in. We are the NAT30s, or the majority of the NAT30s, and we are continuing with our Wicked Independent Prestige Incorporated Anthology series.
It's just so much easier to say Whippy.
And we're going to start with our announcements real fast because we only have an hour or so of play. So let's roll that. Well, no, not the beautiful bean footage yet, but roll the announcements.
Then the beans.
Then the beans.
All the beans.
Well, if my beautiful Vanna White over here would be so amazing as to spam in the chat the thingy for me, then I can start the announcements. I am here to talk to you today, not only to play a game, but also to talk to you about our partners, the Compound Network. We are a collaborative of South Coast Massachusetts creatives, including 3D printers and mini painters and gamers like ourselves, and we work together to boost each other's art. And we do have one of our Compound members here, actually. I believe I heard you say. Morel, yes, Morel 3D Prince is here, which is one of our Compound Ds. Would that be the correct term, I guess? Compound
Yes,
Ds?
it is now.
Compounders.
The Brush Republic is also part of our Compound Network, and they led Brush Liquor, I believe is the one from that. They pop in, right? From time to time. Fusion Forge 3D printing, Morel 3D Prince is here, like I said. They get mentioned twice because they're here. You're welcome. And Character Clockwise, as well as tabletop games, which is going to lead us into our next little ditty. There you go.
Little ditty about announcers.
We can't hear you. I can't hear you. Am I the only one? No, not you. Can always hear you. Can't hear Roy.
You can't hear me?
I couldn't
you
while you were talking just now.
Am I there? Am I good?
You're there. You're good.
All right, word of the week. Something funny usually pops up on the chat because of us or because of the chat themselves. Usually we pick something that's funny. Last week I think it was chunkified due to Cuba. That means any of our local listeners can head on to one of our 3 affiliated stores, the Armory in Fairhaven, Tabletop Games in Westport, and Twilight Comics in New Bedford. When we figure out what the word of the week is, our local listeners can go to any one of those 3 stores, go to the front after they make that purchase, write their name, write the word on the little card, pop it on the can with our face, and you get entered in to win a $10 gift card. We encourage you to help these guys out. They're really, really awesome to us. They've helped us out a lot. So yeah, Armory in Fairhaven, Tabletop Games in Westport, Twilight Comics in New Bedford. Go buy some cool stuff, support your local stores. If you want to help support us a little bit more directly, throw it over to Pat and he can tell you about our awesome Patreon thing we got.
Yes, if you want to help support the stream, please come on over to our Patreon, join over there. We have currently 4 tiers, various different behind-the-scenes access, including a monthly giveaway, automatic entry into our monthly giveaway, as well as 2-week early access to our VODs. So you get to see them before they go up on YouTube, and a bunch of other things, all sorts of things behind the scenes, different lore, character backstories, character sheets, all kinds of good stuff that a bunch of us have tried to help contribute to. But if you want to help support the stream in another way, I am going to throw it around the world to our DM of the night to talk about our merch.
merch. We got a T Public shop. Check it out. There's sales all the time. Unfortunately, not this week, but I'm proud to announce that the Orcasm shirt has officially taken the top spot as our best-selling and most popular article of I can't say article of clothing because it can go on coffee mugs,
Really? That's
notebooks,
so
phone
awesome.
cases, all sorts of stuff. But it is our most popular design as of now. It was a
Wow.
three-way tie between Tits and Arrows, Orcasm, Orcasm, and sending a message. But Uma eked out one last Orcasm to beat the rest.
Wow.
So there is a sale coming up next week, and I'll announce it then. I mean, you can always buy our stuff anytime, but if you want to save a couple of bucks, do it when there's sales, and we'll tell you when they are.
All right.
Say what you want, but that just shows that we have the greatest group of fans. That those 3 shirts are number one. I love
I know.
each and every one of
Freaking
you.
love that.
Like, you are my people. Please don't go anywhere.
And let's see, Jack DC. Did you just say orc? It's Orcasm. Oh, here, I'll type it for you. Orcasm.
If you go on the search page, you'll see the art.
And yes, we did. So we
went
also
there.
have we have a bunch of giveaways. So I'm going to open up tonight's giveaway. We'll start with the returning sponsors to our stream, the wonderful folks over at Bia D&D. Tonight, as with every night that we have a game session, they are contributing a giveaway item of one of their lovely merch options. Basically, go to their website, and I will type it in here so that you can go check it out. And tonight, all you have to do is type hashtag BiaDND, and you can be entered into the giveaway. And if you win, then you get to choose a design and the size and the color and whether you want long sleeved or short sleeves. It's a t-shirt, not like one of the $70 hoodies or anything, but they have some really, really great designs. They've got dragons, they've got a cosmic cat and a rabbitcorn and a piano mimic. Lots of different designs out there for you to choose from, and totally free for one lucky winner tonight, and then again on Saturday, and then next Tuesday, and they've just been great for the past several months. So again, hashtag BEADND to enter into the giveaway tonight. As per usual, we are also doing our monthly giveaway, which is this month a set of beautiful dice made by Almost Critical, and it comes in your very own NAT30s and Almost Critical tin. These are the dice. I'm going to try to make sure they don't fall out. They are called Spring Fog, and they are full of little flowers, and oh, it's blurry. They have a little like fog design to them in the background here, and they were made special for us to give away. So definitely also check out Almost Critical. They have been wonderful. I've got things coming from them I'm very excited about, and we will be featuring them as the giveaway for this month. So use your channel points to enter as many times as you want. We do that drawing at the beginning of next month, after all of the entries have been tallied and put into Foundry, which is our virtual tabletop of choice, and then we roll it live on stream so you can see who wins. And the more times you enter, the more likely your chances of winning, or at least that's how odds work as far as I know, although we've had a couple people who've only entered once, so you never know. Enter as many times as you want.
Dash, and we never saw them again. No, I'm kidding. I think most people actually stick around.
Yeah. And I am also taking part in a charity campaign called Jinkies. It is on Monday nights over at Wesselhausen Stream. We are doing all 17 adventures of the new Candlekeep Mysteries, which was released by Wizards of the Coast in March. We are on session 6 next week, I believe, and trying to raise money for glisten.org. You can check out the link there, and hopefully you'll join us on Mondays at 8 p.m. Eastern Time all the way through to the end of July. It's sponsored by D&D Beyond, so there is a D&D Beyond giveaway each and every stream. And if we hit our goal of $1,100, then Almost Critical has donated a wonderful D20 capture keychain, and that is like the triggered giveaway once we hit that that threshold. But again, every stream there's a giveaway from D&D Beyond. So
what was
please join us.
the total last night?
The total was $975. So we're like
Not bad.
right
Not
there. We're almost there.
My headphones were charging, so I had it up, but I couldn't listen.
Yeah, the ultimate goal is to get to $5,000 if we can, or as close as we can to that number. So we've got a couple more months to go, a few more months to go, actually. I'd say three more months to go, and then hopefully we'll reach that goal. And then the last thing I wanted to mention, which I had been forgetting to mention for quite some time, you can interact with our stream. So just so that you know out there, for people who are new to the stream or people who have been returning, you can, with stream stickers or with just bits, you can give +1 to AC on the next attack. You can give let's see, rerolls and inspiration, or bring someone back from the dead if you so choose. So just throwing that out there, making sure people are reminded that you can interact and change the outcome of some of our battles, should you so choose. And we are also Hero Forge affiliate. I will throw that out in the chat. Please feel free, check out their wonderful character creator. You can use it for your virtual characters, as you see on our screen. Let me zoom in so you can see. We've used it for our tokens. You can create your characters, and you can also obviously use it for actually having your minis printed. They have 3D color printing, and it turns out actually very good. It's gotten only better this past year as they've gone along, and we definitely recommend it. You'll see us using those when we go live in our studio, hopefully in the next few months. Maybe
we'll get
see
some
all of our
good quality pictures of them on the gram soon.
Yes, we will. We'll share those, but definitely click on that link, go check them out. And yeah, I think that's it for our announcement. So I'm going to do the intro and then we'll get started.
All right,
This
let's
is the
roll
beautiful-
into it.
There you go. Hey, Thorium Dragon. Okay, bye.
I mean, I can share it, but then they don't know the beginning, so then it's not any fun.
All right, we're back.
All right.
I'll tell you later.
Put a pin in that. Yeah. That's not as long an intro as the normal Bums one, so.
Damn it.
All right. So welcome back. We rejoin our group of adventurers, resting in what they did not really know what they're getting into at
Excuse
first.
me. Elar does not adventure. He
Oh,
goes
you are-
exactly
you
where
are
he means to go.
Learning to adventure.
There is no adventuring. He goes exactly where he needs to go.
And stands off to the side like a goth kid.
Correct. Large pantaloons. Yes.
So as you guys in the pantaloons, as you guys entered this cave, which you discovered to be the lab of the mad, you presume mad based on what you have discovered here, druid Epom, who lives in this valley. You were attacked by a gigantic monstrosity of half goblin, half troll, half tree, half who the hell knows what, that snatched up Uma for a quick,
That's
easy
a lot
hit.
of halves.
It was a lot of halves. There's about 10 halves in that thing. But Uma turned out to not be as easy a meal as this thing thought, and miraculously, you guys actually took it out far sooner than I thought you would. But it was a good fight, and afterwards, taking a quick rest, tending to your wounds in this abandoned lab, you found a little bit of loot, and you found a disconcerting letter that was written very haphazardly and sloppily, presumably by Epom herself. I can read that letter if anyone wants me to as a refresher, or are you guys good?
You can read it.
All right, I'll read it again. Let me just bring that up. All right, I'll try to do the same voice. It turned into a little bit of Emperor Palpatine. Acertap's plan: kidnap a Dryad's tree. Dangerous. Worked, weakened the Dryad, forced it out, captured it. We imbued the tree with fiendish will. We keep Shireen, that's what the Dryad calls herself, alive for now. Unsure of her death would kill the tree. We must keep her weak, keep the tree strong, and keep her away from the tree. Acertep believes she could repair her tree if it were weakened and she was strong. Ah, excellent. The tree is ready to bear its fruit. Success! So you guys have that note on your body now. And we are going to pick up right here in the cave. You rested for an hour, so you should be ready to go. And the ball's now in your court.
Oh,
All
note
right.
says something about a tree, and the only tree that I remember that was noteworthy was the one that Sam, that Varo had a unnatural attachment to. That big, beautiful tree in the field.
Gary, Dryads are like tree people. It's not the same.
I don't know. Alright, we'll scratch that then. I didn't know that Dryad was a tree person. Different tree.
Well, I don't know what we need to do next, but we should probably try to get into that house.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
So,
What do you think, Elar?
Basically, I don't think much. I try not to.
I envy you.
But I do know that for whatever odd reason, I have been paired, or should I say, trioed or quadrupled with you people. And so if you're going to go in that home, I suppose we must. And I must go with you. You're
All right.
welcome.
Let's go. Uma's just gonna
try not
head
to get
out.
it. Try not
Uma,
to test again.
Yeah?
we don't need you getting taken again. Took us much too long to get you back.
Wow.
What a
You go. I
waste of
think you all
time.
did a wonderful
Let me go
job.
first.
Okay. Okay. And Uma's gonna turn to Gary and be like, I told you he was the leader.
Alright.
After you, Gary.
Alright, so you guys are making your way back to the hut.
Yeah.
Eli's
Alright, I'll
gonna
just
see
drag
the
you all
water,
over there.
and he's just gonna look at it, disgust,
There you go.
because he doesn't want to touch it.
Is he lifting up his like
Yeah.
his clothes? He's
like, "Ugh."
tiptoeing across.
Just looks at it like, seriously. And then he's just muttering something about where he comes from, everything's frozen and it doesn't need to be wet. So he's just aggravated. Usual.
As an aggravated Elar, now walking in wet shoes, and the rest of you.
They're probably squeaking too each time. And he's like, one eye now is twitching, like he's getting like so aggravated now.
I have had that twitch.
Yeah.
You again, as you pass by what you now know to be a wolf den, you see the same eye reflection just watching you again. Uma, now that you're more aware of what this is, you're actually able to like hear the yipping of puppies now.
Okay.
That you like didn't before. It's just like one of those, like the sound is just made clearer now that you know what it is, and it's not some sort of devilish fiend.
When they're passing by, can Uma try to get a better look of what, like, she's gonna get closer to the cave, but not close enough that if any of the large wolves inside decide that they're gonna lunge out, she'll back off. But
yeah, you can go take a closer look.
All right. So she would have done this on the way, like she's not gonna go to the front and then.
Like how far? How close were you gonna get?
Until the wolves inside, the adult wolves get angry and start. So like however close she can.
Okay. Well, you find that you could actually get relatively close, indicating that they're maybe not necessarily domesticated, but are accustomed to other people. Maybe you get the impression that maybe the druid feeds them, or at the very least, there is no instinctual fear of humans or humanoids in them. So I mean, you could probably go right to the entrance before the males in here like really start snarling at you, just because they're familiar with your shape, even though you're small, but they don't know you.
Garraxus probably wouldn't have wanted to let her go by herself, even though she's independent. He probably would have stuck with her, just so she doesn't get like snatched up by any whatchamacallits.
All right, she's gonna go right up to the entrance to the cave and look in then.
All right, let's see. You can do a roll perception. Actually, do you have any animal handling?
Nope. I mean, I'm not proficient in it. I could still roll it, but I don't know what the check is.
I mean, go ahead, I guess.
All right, yeah, she's gonna take some rations out of her pack as she approaches, as when she notices that they're not coming at her. That's an 11. 17 for perception and 11 for whoops, I gotta change it to public. 11 for animal handling.
All right. Well, so you got right up to it. Like I said, the males are both standing up. They're not getting closer, but they're doing like a more aggressive stance, trying to frighten you away. But once you take out the ration, like they kind of. Are you offering it? Are you like? Are you holding it out, or are you kind of like just holding it closer to you?
She is gonna hold it out in their direction.
All right. So the one closest to you like sniffs the air, and it takes a couple steps forward. It doesn't seem as aggressive, but it's a little standoffish, and then it sniffs closer, like not you know, within a few spaces of you. So it just keeps sniffing, like waiting for something.
Just gonna like chuck it in.
All right, it picks it up and it brings it back over to the female and its puppies, and this other one trots right over to you and sits down in front of you.
All right.
And looks down because you're small and it's rather large, but it's just like sitting there waiting.
So she's gonna step forward, take another ration out. I don't know how many rations I have, out of her pack, and then just kind of toss it to the ground in front of it, and trying to like step in. She's gonna look back at Gary like as she goes in.
It picks it up and it trots back to its little family with a wagging its tail along the way.
Garraxus is just gonna again point behind him like, "Do you want the meat? The meat."
Oh, that's horrible. And she's gonna keep going in.
Yeah, so they're not being aggressive towards you at this point. Like I said before, they look like they haven't left to hunt in a while, so they are pretty hungry, but the male ones give the rations to the pups and the females and don't actually eat any themselves. And they kind of look at you like waiting again.
Okay.
I don't mean to interrupt, but Baby Punchin' Tacos just showed up in the chat. It's been a while since we've seen them.
Baby Punching Tacos, hello.
Can we just mention him Saturday?
Yeah, I was
think
asking
so.
about you a couple days ago. Hey, baby.
Welcome back, I should say.
Yeah, welcome back in. Good to see you. Glad to see you. That's a happy moment. So as Uma steps in, she's gonna be like, "Wow, it smells really, really bad in here," and she's gonna keep going in and just take a look around, very slowly walking in.
All right, and so this is like the tunnel goes about like 25 feet back, and it's built beneath like a thick tangle of roots. Like you see the roots when you look up, sticking in and out of the cavern ceiling above you. They're calm. They're not acting aggressive towards you. They've now associated you with food again. They're looking at you a little wantingly, expecting a little more. The little puppies are just they're very young, maybe within a week of being born. Both I was gonna say clutches. They're not lizards. Both. What I'm blanking on the word. The hell's a
Litter.
what? Litter. That's the word I was looking for. Both litters are very, very young. Let's see. So you're looking around and. Can you do another perception, if you could, please? Oh. Well then. Apparently the smell of all this wolf feces and not much air circulation is really starting to get to you, so you do a quick scan around and you don't notice anything, so you kind of head back towards the entrance to take a big some fresh air.
He's gonna look up at Garraxus and be like, "It smells really bad in there, but those puppies are super cute. Maybe they would eat that leg of a wolf. That's really gross, but I kind of also think
Birds eat birds all the time. Dragons eat everything. It's okay. Sure,
Yeah.
they understand.
I mean, if you want to
Garraxus-
toss it in."
Garraxus will take it out. And he mentioned puppies, although he's a big, fearsome half-dragon. He gets a little giddy. little excited. Like, ooh, puppies. You know, not quite like Lenny from friggin' Of Mice and Men, but you know. He'll take it out, he'll unwrap it, and he's just got this giant like haunch. He'll look over at Uma and I'll say, like, do you think should I like cut the fur? Should I cut the fur off or just leave it on? Do you think it matters?
I mean, I think they'd probably rip it off themselves, maybe. So, yeah, maybe cut it off.
All right. He'll just with his claw, just like put it in and like drag it down and just kind of like skin it. Just open there with his meat.
So
Like,
what do you do? Do you just walk in and place it, or you chuck it in?
he'll take a dagger and he'll cut it into chunks, and he'll step in. Sorry about my voice, guys. Step in to here, and they don't look like they don't look angry or anything like that.
Well, they're looking at you a little more worried. Like they've already associated her with food, and she's far less imposing in height and stature. But they're not, because they had seen you two together. They're a little less standoffish, but they are noticeably more like they're not looking at you like her like wanting. They're looking at you like, what's this fucker doing?
All right, well, I'll throw a hunk of meat to each like pair, I guess, or family litter. You know what I mean?
Okay, so yeah, they look at they rush to it, and then like they get to it and they sniff it, and they pause. They kind of look at it very puzzlingly for a little bit because there is a familiarity. I can't fucking say that word. They're familiar with it. To it. There is a familiarity to it to them, but they are so hungry. They there's only a moment's hesitation, and they how large are these pieces? Like I forgot how. Like
it's a whole
leg.
It's a direwolf leg. So.
Not just like leg, like the haunch.
So you cut like a relatively large piece that you threw at each of them. All right. Yeah. So
Those are large animals, aren't they considered large?
Yeah, they take up 4 spaces. So like, yeah. So all right. So yeah, the after that brief hesitation, like I said, they're on the verge of starvation essentially. They the males take it, and they, between the male and the females of each pair, they start just ripping it apart and like making smaller chunks for the pups, and then you see the adults eating some themselves, and they are not paying attention to you now. Would you like to do a perception check?
Sure.
Or anything?
Do I need to step further in, or just from right there?
It's not a big cavern. You see to the end.
As he's doing that, Uma's just gonna turn over to where Varo and Elar are, and she's just gonna be like,
he's just too distracted by the cuteness of. He's just going, but the babies, look at the little puppies move off.
Yeah, you scan around, and it's a wolf den. These wolves have not left this den for any reason, so you smell the pungentness in the air. Like they are shitting where they're living. They're pretty much too afraid to leave this den, not just because the pups are too young, but because of what the hell ever happened here. But yeah, you're too distracted with the pups, and happy that they didn't attack you for throwing a chunk of their pack at them. and there's really nothing that you see. It seems pretty barren. The floor is dirt, and it's been dug up several times, presumably by wolves of the various pack members.
aren't they cute?
They're super cute. They'll back out. That fresh air.
Yeah, it smells really bad in there. They're
It's like when you
poking
go
your
to a zoo and like they haven't cleaned the flamingo pen yet.
neck.
There's a mix of his dog shit. Just ugh. Hell, just
Without airflow.
Yeah, so Garraxus was just asking him like, you don't shit where you sleep. I wonder what made them do that.
They're probably terrified. It's the only explanation.
Think they're terrified of that thing we killed in the cave.
Maybe. Yeah,
I
maybe.
just want to say, as they're coming back, Varo goes to Elar in the story, and so I hit him wicked fucking hard.
All right, so you're back at the outside the front gate of the druid's hut. The eye stalks, the sun that were, appeared to be sunflowers at first, but when they suddenly turned and look at you, have eyeballs in the middle of them. All these ones in the front, they're all turned. They're gazing at you. Like it seems like each one is just like got somebody in their sights.
All right, who's gonna be the first one to do it?
There we go. That was so
Yeah.
weird. Sorry.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah, my internet just like kicked me off.
Oh.
And then I kept trying to come in, and then it was saying I was the only one on the call.
Abaddon's
One of
taking your
8, and I was
beams.
like, what the heck?
Beams.
Then Foundry kicked me off, but then I just reset it. Okay, I'm back. What happened? When did it end?
There's
We're
puppies.
trying to decide who's gonna go first.
Okay, Elar goes first. Man.
Oh, all right. All right,
it's
where
not
you going, Elar?
Right up to the door.
All right. So,
Uma will be right behind him. Like she's not gonna just let him go in. So
all right. So Elar strolls in with all the confidence of someone with a lanyard. The eye
Yes.
stalks again. They just follow you. They just like that. Not real. No sound is coming from them really. Maybe like just the slight sound of movement. The leaves rustling slightly. And Elar, can you do a roll intelligence check?
Sure can.
Ooh.
All right.
it was almost a 20.
Almost a 20, but not quite a 20. All right, so
Well, what I'm gonna do, actually, hold one moment. I believe it's any ability check. Let me just make sure. But I have a thing that I can do
we like things.
where I can use 1d10, and I think it's on an ability check. But I just want to make sure before I say. I don't know what just happened. Did I just do that? Yeah. Hold
Sounds like maybe trying to work technology.
on.
What am I doing?
Ability check or saving throw. Yes.
I'm so bad.
That's what I thought. So I can do 1d10. So I'm going to do that. And I cross my fingers. Yeah!
All right, so that's added to your score.
Hiya!
Oh, shit.
So that's
What is
20,
that?
baby.
What is that ability?
Yeah, what is it? That's a cool ability.
Hold on. It is called Dark One's Own Luck. Once per short rest, when you make an ability check or a saving throw, you can use this feature to add 1d10 to your roll. You can do this after seeing the roll book before the effects occur.
There you go.
Very nice. So Elar, you strut up to this door like a boss, and you suddenly stop in your tracks because you see this, and you know this to be a glyph of warding, and you do not want to get any closer than 5 feet from this.
All right, I am going to immediately relay that to everybody behind me that do not get.
It's very small. It's like on a
Whew, thank God I saw
a
it.
doormat, for lack of a better word, but
Okay.
it's like an organically made doormat. It's like just a few like maybe 4 inches, in diameter, like in the center of the mat, but there's leaves and there's overgrown vines and just nature has overtaken it. But Elar with a 20 had a very keen eye, enough to see it, and the wisdom to know what it is.
Thank freaking God. Yep. So I am going to let them know.
Is there anything you can do about it? Or do we just... Would we yell at the house some more?
Can Varo check to see if there's any windows?
Yeah, Varo, are you gonna stroll off the path, or?
Well, can you see any windows from where he is? If
Oh
not,
yeah, actually, yeah. You guys, so these things here are windows. So you did see that it has windows.
I don't know if they don't want us using the door. Maybe we should try the window.
I believe the windows were boarded up. Let me just reread the description here. Yeah, the 4, those are 4 windows. So you saw them as you came around, and they're closed. They're shuttered. But you can obviously check them out.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Varo's gonna go take a look at the window.
All right. Just remember, don't stand here. All right. So yeah, you're looking at the window and you can't see in because they're shuttered. So what you doing?
Because Elar just said there's these weird symbols that are bad news. Can Varo?
Well, he only saw the one symbol.
Right, but can Varo check the window? Like now he's like, oh no, like I need to look for these squiggly things that I've never seen before. So
yeah, sure. You can roll. Be perception. You don't need to know, and you already told what it is, so you just have to look, see if it's there. Ah, very good. Keen eyesight. There is no glyph that you can see on this. It's just a shuttered window. It looks like it's made of like a thick wood.
Like, is it like shuttered that's like locked, or just like, can I just like open the shutters?
No, as you're inspecting this, like there is really like no, you can't really fit your fingers under it to force it up, like push it up. There's like no space there, and it seems pretty sturdy. Like if you give it a knock, it sounds like a good several inches thick of like a really good hardwood.
Hey guys, the windows, they're pretty solid. I mean, I could try and hit it like wicked hard. I don't know. Unless you guys got any ideas. Varo waits like 3 seconds and then immediately punches it as hard as he can.
Yes.
All right.
Elar was just like putting up his hand. He was about to blast it, and then he sees Varo punching it, and his lip curls just slightly at the edge, like almost a smile.
All right, roll a strength check. Yeah.
A strength check?
Yes. Well, you're gonna punch it. You're not trying to lift it, right?
Right. I'm just wailing back. Do you want me to make an attack roll?
All right. Yeah. Do an attack roll. If you're gonna try to like force it open by like trying to push it or lift it, then you would have been a strength check. But if you're just gonna fucking Bruce Lee it.
There you go.
All right. So what was that? 26?
26 to hit. I am assuming that the window does not have a high AC. It's not very dexterous. I don't know though. This is a witch's house.
It does actually, but a 26 does hit. So go roll some damage.
So that's 6. I get a second attack. Can I hit it again?
Yeah, so you do a little iron fist. You kind of find your zen, and you're like walk, and you hit it pretty hard, and you see where your fist hit. It's splintered the wood, so, but it is not. You have not broken through yet. So yeah, you can go ahead.
23 to hit.
All right, go ahead and roll that beautiful damage.
Roll the one, I see you.
That's another 10 damage. And if it's still there, I'm gonna bonus action hit it again.
Yeah, so like you
Almost kind of like
so you made really good headway with that, and it's you felt it give. So go ahead one more time.
Yeah, Garraxus he really doesn't like witches.
All right,
Now Elar's
19.
raising
So
one eyebrow.
you
Wow.
hit it a third time, but it doesn't give this time. You were a little tired from the first 2 really good hits on it. It is about there. Like you can like peer inside. Like it is splintered enough that and cracking that you can like see inside a little bit, but you're not through.
Varo would like to hit it again. But this time he wants to like back up a little bit and get a little bit of a running start to kind of like
Flying sidekick this thing.
well, I was thinking more like straight up like anime punch where like they lean back and then all of a sudden it's just fist forward, feet off the ground type deal.
The lines, you need the lines that like
Right.
every anime.
For some reason it
Uma's just
sounds
standing
like
there like this.
sounds like Mega Man
Where's
X
your
like
facing
music.
property?
So yeah, Varo's gonna. That would be a natural 20.
Oh. All right. So we'll roll that damage. All right.
So that was 2 plus 4, so that's 6 damage on the crit.
Yeah. So yeah, everyone's looking at Varo. He's he's snapping it, and then that third punch, he goes fuck. So everyone's like, what the fuck's he doing? He
Uma's
steps
like,
back a little bit.
Maybe.
And he just and for some reason the scenery behind him goes blurry and these red and blue streaks just appear out of nowhere as his fist grows abnormally large from your perspective. It's probably normal, but it just looks a little big, and he just hits this heavy possibly oak window shutter that has already been cracked, and he hits this so hard that it actually just it breaks the whole thing wide open. Like the window frame actually goes flying into the little house.
Hey guys, the window's open.
Thanks, Varo.
Thanks.
How's it looking in there?
Can Varo take a look around inside? Can he see anything special?
All right. Why don't you just roll a perception?
It's 10.
10. It's dark. It's a little hard to see from the outside. The afternoon sun is shining in, but the other windows are still shuttered, as well as the front door, so there's no other light shining in. So all that's shining in is the light from the giant window hole that you just made. So towards the back of the hut, you can't really see anything, and the immediate area around you is a mess from what you can see, and not just because you just made an even bigger mess.
Hey guys, I can't really see anything. Does anyone have some light?
I do. The Uma will come over. Do I have light? Should have light.
If
Hold
you,
on, let me just double check.
if you don't, I do. So we can both cast it.
Yeah, I don't think I do have it. I have it, but I don't have it prepared. Never mind.
Laro's just gonna like step to the side of the window, let his big friend.
He'll just cast it on his shield. I'll cast light on his shield, on Garraxus' shield, and he'll just kind of shine it in.
All right. You guys entering?
Garraxus, yeah. You know what?
Yes.
Garraxus will take a step instead. How's
All right. So you're
Elar's
gonna have to
following.
use your imagination from here on out, because I
it?
did not prepare the inside of the hut because you were not supposed to roll what you did on that glyph of warding.
Sorry that I have the Dark One's blessing.
Probably not supposed to just punch the window until it falls in. I mean,
Well, I mean, we'll talk about that after.
When we hit the wood, probably.
So did you all go in, or did just Gary go in?
I went in right after. Well, Elar did anyway.
Garraxus went in.
Uma's gonna wait out, like, be the last one in. Just gonna look around before she goes in and just see if anything outside has changed now that they are B&Eing.
Gonna go inside, holding up his shield, trying to cast as much light as possible.
All right, everybody goes in one by one, with Uma being the last one outside, and Uma looking around. There's no change. You do see that the two sunflower eye stalks on that three that can see you, they are just looking at you. That's all they're doing. But they're only looking at you because you're the only one there at this point.
Uma's just gonna be like, and then head in, I guess.
And right. So as you guys go in, what a mess. Roots tangled the floor. Weeds creep through the floorboards, vines climb the walls, and a 6-foot-tall redbud glows through the cracked floorboards near the window. Within this mess of this one-room hut, one can see an old desk, several shelves littered with jars, stoppered gourds, files, disheveled notebooks, an unkept bed, and all manner of bric-a-brac lining the walls. A fireplace stove and a large pot can be seen across the room, and near the stove, a table made of fallen logs is littered with cooking utensils. A squirrel with shocking, blazingly red eyes chatters at you for a moment, then scurries up the chimney. And after a brief moment, in your minds, you hear a frightened, weak, sickly female voice say, "Please help me."
Somewhere
Before
universe.
anybody moves, I am gonna cast Detect Magic.
All right.
Blazed-eyed red squirrel thing. That makes sense.
So let's see. Presence of magic within 30 feet of you.
I don't know why it automatically gave me the circle thing. But... I don't know, all of a sudden it came up with like the radius thingy. Okay, it went away.
Oh.
I didn't know how to get it off. Oh wait, then it went again. See? Now I just put it on the map. I'm sorry.
All right.
Did I do that?
Hey there,
I
baby.
can't delete it. Only Andrew can do it. Only Cupid can do it.
Oh, sorry. What? This.
Only
I
you can delete the.
apologize. Only
the
you can
spell.
delete that thing. I didn't mean to do that. It's supposed to be 30 feet. Was it? How does it work?
It's a 30-foot radius.
From you like
From me,
basically
right?
sense
How do I
all
delete that?
magic.
Go to the measurement controls and then click on the spell and hit delete.
Ah, yeah. Okay. There we go. All right. I'm just seeing anything there is that you can detect in here.
He's doing that. Garraxus is gonna be like, sorry, We knocked. Nobody wanted to have this kind of point over at Varo. Who knocked down the fucking wall. Nobody answered. Sorry.
All right, let's see. And so you can, so your detect magic is, there's a lot going on here. So this is a druid's hut. So you do detect like the presence of magic all around you, but like nothing is really like pinging off your radar, like a spider sense or anything like that. Like you're sensing that a lot of magic was conducted here, but it's been a while. The aura is fading from the inside of this hut. It's just like residual.
Okay.
Can I see who asked for help?
You cannot. It wasn't something you heard. It was in your head. Like you heard it in your mind, all of you.
Oh.
Did anyone else just hear somebody ask for help, like not with your ears?
Yeah,
Yep.
I did.
That's what
People always ask me for help.
In your head? I can see that. I can see that. Yep.
Yes.
I can definitely see Elar hearing a lot of voices inside his head.
Yeah. Asking for help and yeah, I can see
Correct.
that.
All right. So I'm gonna go through each one of you and just ask what you're doing here.
Love that you even take that as an insult. Just like, yes, I do hear a lot of voices.
Yes.
Even though Varo knows that he heard it in his head, he's like searching the place for somebody.
All right. Just because I didn't have this prepared, so I'm gonna just place. I didn't want to do that. Remove purple thing. There we go. All right. I'm just gonna place yourselves within the hut where you think you are inside of it. So again, this here is the fireplace. You know, this would be obviously the center of the hut. We'll say, desks over here and a bed maybe over here.
Yeah, Varo's like checking under the bed for sure because he just heard somebody.
Uma would look through look at the fireplace, looking after where the squirrel went.
Gary, where are you doing? Where are you at?
I'll check the table and desk, see if there's any more notes like the other ones that we found or anything useful.
So, just say you're
Elar's letting all the minions do the hard work, and he's just gonna stand there.
Okay.
as a great boss should do.
Right,
Good work, everyone. Yes. Find
Thank you,
voice.
Elar. You're doing a great job directing as well.
Thank you.
Yeah, Uma, you reluctantly look up the chimney, and you just see these piercing, tiny, red, glowing eyes looking back down at you, and you hear the scroll going.
I can't understand you. I'm sorry. I'll get out of here. Does she see anything like while she's looking? Or just no, there's nothing there.
In the fireplace itself?
Like in it or around it. Like this is where she's gonna search.
Alright, well next to the fireplace there is an easel, and you must assume that it was painted by Epom. It depicts a horrifying demon's face, its wide open maw revealing a terrifying blackness. This image from... I can't read that part to you. So yeah, it's a very scary painting on the easel that's next to the fireplace.
Okay. Just gonna look up at Gary and just be like, ooh, spooky. Right here.
He'll chuckle and ask, so, squirrel, it's in there? And
Yep.
whatchamacallit. Alright, he'll bust off a piece of ration from his pack and he'll throw it in there to see if it takes the ration.
The squirrel?
Yes.
You just so you throw a piece of ration in there and you just hear
What the fuck was that, Harry? Was that you?
Varo is just gonna like slowly come up from underneath the bed.
I think that was
Dude.
Gary's stomach.
Was that in our heads too, or was that out loud?
I think that was his stomach or his butt. Everybody block is gonna step back.
I was planning on eating the squirrel, but that noise. He's just gonna like nonchalantly like go back to rummaging around on the desk.
All right. So around the desk area, you find a lot of stuff. Clearly, this is where she spends a lot of her time. You find her spell component bag. There's 3 potions of healing in it. Around on the shelf above the desk, or next to the desk, really, there's a dozen bottles of fine wine worth 20 gold pieces each.
All right, I gotta get a pencil to write all these down.
Elar, under the bed, you find a footlocker. It contains 200 silver pieces, 150 gold pieces, and a gold necklace with a moonstone pendant worth 250 gold, and an old journal.
Are you gonna throw
Varo, right?
Discord?
Yeah, you mean
Yeah,
Varo.
I'll-
Varo was under the
Did I
bed.
say Varo? Okay, yeah, Varo. Yeah, sorry, Elar's just
Are you-
managing.
Are you gonna throw this in the Discord after?
Yeah, I'll put this all in there.
Okay, so then I'll write it down now.
If you take the time to read the journal, which do you or do you not? Or flip through it, rather.
Uma will, if Varo won't.
Yeah, Varo ain't got time for journals.
I'll take that.
All right, the journal tells the tale of Epom's year spent as an adventurer. There's a chapter that includes the village of Hamlet, the caves of chaos, the scourge of the slave lords against the giants, journey through the center of the Underdark, the descent into the depths of the Underdark. While most of the chapters are well written and cognizant, the final chapter, The Tomb of Horrors, suggests its author was mad. It is a collection of incoherent ramblings about pits of death, mists of doom, doorways to destruction, and horrid gem-encrusted skull that consumed the souls of her companions.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, Uma would just read all this out loud as everybody's searching around.
So you're flipping through it, and like it says, like, you compared to the note that you found in the lab, these early chapters, like, beautiful penmanship. But then when you get to that last chapter, it's like that same messy, hurriedly written chicken scratch that it matches the note.
Does it look like the same person? Like you can see a transition from the original author to the final form, or does it look like a different person entirely started writing in the book?
It looks like a different person entirely.
Okay, so 2 owners. Uma.
Well, I mean, you wouldn't. I guess you could come to that conclusion. You don't necessarily know. You just notice that the last chapter, that the handwriting is noticeably different.
So there's no like transition from normal to mad. It's just like normal, and then the next day crazy.
Right.
Okay.
Because
so
these
Uma
are
would-
all like depicted like presumably after the adventure that she went on.
Okay.
Okay. Makes sense.
All right.
So Uma would stand near where there's some light, but then be showing Varo. I mean, not Varo. I did it too. Elar. And just be like, and like saying some things out loud, and then turn the page and be like, oh, and here's where it happened. Something. There's the craziness.
Wow. Like, exciting.
Very.
Yes, I love learning about all of the things that happen here when you're.
If you'd like, I can read it all out loud to you, word for word.
Oh no.
Are you sure? Hold on, let me start at the
I don't want to
beginning.
bother you. No, that's not really necessary.
Uma's gonna start just reading it all out loud and following Varo around. I mean, sorry, fucking Elar around if he starts moving away from her, but she's doing it on purpose because she knows. She's not like being stupid. She knows what she's doing.
Garraxus is gonna be like, make sure you add in the sound effects, like when you.
I always do. You know, I always do. I'm really good at doing voices of all the different characters, so that's what I'm gonna do too.
She's wicked good, Elar. She's wicked good.
And then the monster was like.
Elar, while they were rummaging, were you just watching them, or were you scanning like other corners? Were you scanning around the hut?
I was pretending that I was supervising.
Oh, hey.
Hey, we're being raided.
Thank you.
Hey, Raiders, welcome in.
While they were doing that, I was trying to nonchalantly look for more of those little glyphy things or any other little things that I could recognize.
All right. Roll per. What's your passive perception, actually?
Good question. Passive perception is 15.
15. All right. Okay, so Varo, as
My
your
passive investigation is 15 too.
all right. So as Uma's about to read this to Varo, who does not want to be read to word for word.
You did it again, Elar.
Yeah. God damn, Elar, Varo, Elar.
I know. Now you're making me do it.
Elar. Yes. Sorry.
It's okay.
I kept getting your two characters confused in the pirate one too.
I know. Exactly.
Quickly to change the subject, Elar points out that hidden under the vines, the tangle of vines in the middle of the wood, in the middle of the floor, there is a hole, a rather large hole.
Everybody, there's a hole here. So it's a big hole, actually.
The one with the squirrel. I know
Squirrel went up the chimney.
It's a hole.
No, this hole here in the middle of the floor.
Elar strides forward with all the grace that he always has, and just removes some of these vines, revealing a jagged.
I feel like he doesn't even touch them; they just move away from him as his hand comes close, like about to touch them, and they just move away.
Well, they don't because they're not alive.
Well,
but
the skin is so cold; they're just like,
There's a jagged 6 foot long by 4 foot wide crack in the floor that was concealed by this overgrowth.
Good thing no one fell in that.
Yeah, good thing no one fell in that with your 15 passive perception.
Garraxus will walk over and again with the shield, and he'll stand next to Elar and just kind of shine the light down and see if we can see anything together.
All right. How far does that light shine down?
Double check here.
I think it's pretty far. It's like 6
radius, bright light in a 20-foot radius, dim light for an additional 20 feet.
So would you say that could project? Like, it's just projecting around you, but if you like point it down the hole, it would.
You'd have to put it. You'd have to like put it down in the hole.
Like drop it, because the whole thing is glowing, right? Like if you just put it down in the hole.
Okay.
It would project down.
Because it's not like a flashlight.
No, it's not like a flashlight like this, but the whole thing, like if you put it in an enclosed space, it would light 20 feet out.
You take your shield and you just kind of like stick it down the hole, like your arm up to like the elbow, let's say, and then just kind of somehow awkwardly try to look down, because it's an awkward position to do. But
always I have it as a cantrip, so I can dismiss it, pick something else up, cast it on that, drop it down, so we can see.
All right. Well, whichever you choose.
If there's like a rock, just something, anything.
And there's all sorts of shit on the floor.
Yeah, just a piece of debris. I'll just pick it up, cast it on that, and drop it in.
Gary picks up one of her coffee cups, lights it, and drops it in his ear. And you hear it hit the sides and hit the bottom, and you can see the light by looking down, and it's 20 feet to the bottom.
Do I see anything?
Do you see anything?
You just it just looks like a rock bottom.
Is it like a privy?
You don't know. Yeah, right in the middle of the room would be a really weird place for it, but you don't know. It's jagged, so what's your intelligence?
My intelligence is a 10.
10. Right. So yeah, I can see why you would think it's a toilet. Does anybody with a higher intelligence want to, throw out a theory?
Not Varo.
I know. Me and Varo will be shitting a hole in the middle of the house.
Varo's just gonna go over to Gary and like, you can make things glow this whole time.
Oh, Elar, you're
okay. So Elar
Yeah,
is
we'll be
obviously
looking
gonna
at
do
Elar.
this.
Like, would you like to take a look?
Oh no, you didn't even need to do a roll. I just wanted to see.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, okay. So again, Elar being the one that noticed it, noticed that this crevasse was there. He once again emphasizes that it's jagged. So you get the impression that like it almost looks like the ground just tore open. It's not like a clean made by tools or anything.
Does it look like
so
it was?
appears that maybe something before.
You got all choppy on that. Just can you repeat?
Yeah. Does it look like it was what?
Does it look like it was that like it's going down or coming up? The
Oh yeah, good question.
source of it.
It's hard to tell because of all the overgrown growth here. Like some of it's like pointing up, some of it's just kind of pointing down. It's just like an asymmetrical, jagged tear in the floor.
Okay. Well, Uma's gonna look at everybody and be like, "Well, adventurers," looking up. "Well, adventurers, I think we know which way we have to go. You want to take a rest? Should we rest before we go down there? I've got nothing. I am really tired."
Yeah.
But somebody
I'm
did
tired
just
too.
ask to help them, and maybe if we go to sleep, like they could die in that like long amount of time.
I mean,
We
I'm
probably
feeling
just
pretty
go.
good. So I mean,
I mean, if somebody asked you for help and then like 8 hours later they showed up, you know.
Garraxus is gonna close his eyes for us, just in his head. Just ask to see if can you hear me? Like to see if actually.
So you close your eyes and
can
think.
you read my mind?
Because we all knew that was going there. We all knew that's where Pat wanted to go. Yeah, so you don't get a response back. Again, if you recall, it was very weak to begin with.
I don't hear anything in my head now.
Maybe they're already dead and we can just go home. Just kidding. Let's go.
Maybe it's a trap.
It probably is.
It usually is.
Yeah. I'll go down last.
So then why are we going?
Alright.
Alright, so you're all climbing down this hole.
I don't know.
I suppose.
Varo's gonna ask Gary about how deep does this thing look?
About 20 feet or so.
Varo's just gonna jump down. Use his reaction to use slow fall.
All right. So while the rest of you, it's gonna take everybody except for Varo a little while because it's jagged rock, so it's considered rough terrain. So everyone begins their climb down, and Varo does a little jump down, and
Almost like, ooh,
Not
look at
Elar.
you, Varo.
Again, if it's more than 20 feet, slow fall just lets me negate up to 30 damage. So if it would be more than 30, Varo still takes damage. But I figure it's only 20 feet, so I don't think that can be more than 30 damage. Right, it's 1d6 per 10 feet.
For 10 feet, yeah.
Can I see down the bottom?
you see
Elar
the
can see, right?
yeah. Like
Okay. He's gonna just misty step down there. See you later.
all right.
He's like, ain't nobody got time for that. Bye. Boom.
All right.
Right
so
next
two-
to Gary's little debris that he threw down there. He's gonna just appear right next to it.
All right. What damage do you take, Varo, for jumping down 20 feet?
It would be 2d6, but I can negate up to 30 damage.
All right, go ahead and roll.
No, he doesn't.
No,
take
no, I just can't take
I see.
any damage unless it's I like take the first 30 damage from
Gotcha,
falling off.
gotcha. Man, I love monks.
They got some cool shit, man. Let me tell you.
All right, Gary jumps down, and at the same moment you hit the ground gracefully, Elar materializes next to you, and then you both promptly black out. And Gary and Uma, you get to the bottom and see your friends just laying there. You also both promptly black out. Your vision,
What the hell?
your vision just goes dark, and you just feel like a lightness, and then suddenly, like, bam, like, and out of the darkness, like you were hit by a truck. You get this horrifying vision. You are drawn out of your consciousness and into a horrifying scene. An elderly lady, her long, unkept gray hair, a wild mane about her deeply etched face, stands near the regal oak and stares in wonder. An archmage, tall, bald, and grim-faced, completes a ritual nearby, and a beautiful green-haired fairy screams in agony as she is pulled from within the protection of her tree. Black tendrils grab at her body, her mind, and her soul, ripping her from her home. She screams again as if her life force drains from her, and then she collapses upon the ground. The archmage turns his attention to the tree, and his arms weave through the air, casting a spell and teleporting the massive oak away. The dryad weeps. The vision swirls, and you see the grim-faced archmage in the wizard's laboratory far away, peering into his crystal ball. Your consciousness flies into the crystal ball's image, and you hover around a rickety hut and overgrown garden. The oak, now twisted and blackened, is planted in the garden. The old woman prances beneath its burrows, and a branch-like staff in her hand. Herself engaged in some unknown ritual, dozens of massive acorns fall from the tree and sprout in a matter of moments into bizarre humanoid life forms. The woman cackles in glee. Aha! He was right. Azatep was right. It worked, and you, my children, are born. Arise, arise, my children. A presence, dark, twisted, tortured, projects its voice from no mouth. Your children. Your children. You ripped my lady from me. You uprooted me from my home. You cut, beat, burned, and grafted to me and from me. And now, when I reproduce, you think these are your children. I think not. The woman's insane glee turns to horror as the tree's roots grasp at her legs and its branches grasp her arms. She struggles to defend herself as the humanoid tree forms assault, filling with thorns and shredding her with claws. The tree rips her apart, and its roots draw her into the ground and begin to feed. The Archmage smiles. And we'll pick up next week.
Right on the cliffhanger.
Drop.
It's like we're all down. What happened now all of a sudden? There's this weird tree archmage. Oh god. I love D&D. I don't care what anyone says.
All right. Well, I know, Roy, you have to go, so...
Yeah.
Look at
It
that,
is-
10:32.
Yeah, it was good.
Nice drop.
Sorry that I had to keep it.
No, that's fine. But I
that's
would have ended
fine.
it there anyways, because you guys should have been fighting a bunch of shit outside the hut.
Yes.
Well, we will do our giveaway. We have a giveaway tonight via D&D. Type hashtag BEADND. I'm going to leave it open just for one more second. Your chances are pretty good tonight. We only have 4 people who have entered so far, so just saying, hashtag BEADND to get in on the giveaway. I will I'll leave it open while I do the little video. Well, let's find it. Where is it? There it is.
Luck to everybody. Never mind.
No, I can hear you.
Oh, well, good luck to whoever wins. I'll see you guys later. I'll see you guys in the Discord later. Okay? I gotta get.
All
All
right.
right.
All right.
Have a good night.
Later. Feel better.
Later.
Guys, thanks. Bye.
All right, so I'm closing the giveaway. Hey, Thorium got in right at the end there. Awesome. All right, I'm closing the giveaway. And we are picking a winner for our Be a D&D. Whoever wins, you get to choose a design from their website and tell me your size and obviously your address, and we will get this out to you with their help. The last person who won, I did not hear from yet, so I don't know. Maybe we'll do 2 another day. So, all right, here we go. It's gonna pick a winner, throw it in the chat. Here we go. Bearded Fortress.
Hey.
You won again.
Yay.
Now, Bearded Fortress, if you're out there, just let me know because I know that you have won. Have you won a? I don't know if they're still there. Hey, have you already won a Be a D&D t-shirt? I know you've won some things in the past, but I just wanted to double check because if you have,
Like, we're not taking it away from you.
no, we're not taking it away from. I'm just saying. Okay, awesome.
Okay, cool.
Never mind. I was gonna say it could be something else, but you know we kind of have a deal with them on the t-shirts. So, but for repeat winners. So anyway, go check out their website. Oh yes, the awesome coins. Awesome, great. Go check out their website and then DM me with your choice of design, the size, your address, all of that fun stuff. I send all of that to Be a D&D and then they ship it out to you. So thank you so much to everybody who hung out with us tonight. It's a short session because it's been a month. I'll just say that. It's been a month, maybe a good 2 months here, and everybody's tired. But we are getting things ready to get into the studio. I'm not going to say what the tentative date is because I don't want to jinx anything, but it is sooner than I thought. So if you check out our Patreon, I'm going to be having behind the scenes pictures and stuff of the studio as it's getting ready, as we're getting stuff all going. Check that out for sure. We've got 3 tiers, $2.50, $5, and $10 per month. I had an inquiry on the final Purdy 30 Plus, which allows you to have a sponsor card right above Cuba's head. So we had 1 spot left and there is somebody who has contacted me about it. So just saying, if you want to get in, we're running out of spots there for sharing the love of either your creations or someone else that you care about. So
And it's like we
Otherwise-
went back and forth on it too. Like we put a cap on that particular one just because like we don't want to end up being like a NASCAR car covered in stickers, even though
right.
like I love actually like I love helping people, like spreading the word about people's streams or products or crafts and stuff like that. But it's like, too much of any good thing is not good.
Yeah.
So that's why it's capped, if anybody's wondering.
But we also, for our patrons, we have several things that are coming through the pike here that are going to be patron exclusives, and some tangible items that are coming as well. So just saying, if you want to get in on some of those things, and also do the backstories, the character art, and getting links to our Hero Forge characters, which you are more than welcome to purchase through Hero Forge, and other created NPCs and stuff. Sometimes we just create NPCs for fun. So we have all of that available, and also automatic entries into our giveaways and other stuff like that. I'm just pushing the Patreon tonight. So, hey, Raging Rolls, welcome in. Very awesome to see you. Hey, Mad Banner. That's a new name. Is that new? That's not one that I recognize.
Doesn't sound familiar to me.
Welcome in.
Is that an Incredible Hulk reference?
That was my first thought.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe. All right. How about let's raid.
On credits or.
Oh shit. So first of all, I'm gonna get ready to raid Gehenna Gaming, and then we're gonna say thank you. So thank you for our subs and resubs. Rolled a 1. Always wonderful to see you. Wonderful to see you too, Baby Punching Tacos. I hope you're still doing okay out there. And then our raids. Thank you so much to NAT21 Adventures for the raid tonight. Really appreciate it. And we will see you. I'll be on Thursday for some DM prep talk, and then or a rerun. We'll see how I'm feeling on Thursday. And then on Saturday we'll continue with the bums of greenest.
The single bum of greenest.
The one bum of greenest.
I don't know if we said it. I think we had somebody redeem a serenade.
Oh yes. Is Annie still here?
Perfect.
Why did I turn yours off? I didn't mean to. Annie was still there the whole time.
I was.
I know you all saw Elar, but Annie was there. So yes, we had Grem, I believe it was.
Perfect.
The biggest fan.
Perfect song.
Awesome. Great. So we'll have a serenade on Saturday. And where are you all? You guys are you're in the Serpent Hills. So I'll have to catch you up, Annie, on all of the things actually. Yeah, I'll catch you up. Okay. So let's raid Gehenna Gaming. We'll see you on Saturday for sure, all of you out there, and possibly on Thursday.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
All right.
Bye.
Have a good night. Thank you for stopping in, and we'll see you in a couple days.
Yay.
Bye.
Bye. Gehenna Gaming.
Oh, they're playing that Satine Phoenix game. Spotlight Actual Play Sirens Battle of the Bards.
Oh yeah, I think they are. That is very, very